It's dear future husband. Hey, it's dear future husband. Hey, dear future husband. What's up, y'all? Another week of dear future husband. Hey, everybody. Hey, Drew. Hey, Joseph. Hey, BC. Hey, everybody. Yes, sir. I appreciate you. So, guys, another week of Dear Future Husband. I can't wait for this week's guest to come on. I'm so excited. Hey, Bree. I'm so excited. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be very interesting, if you know, to say the least. And so, anyways, thank y'all again for tuning in for another week of Dear Future Husband. I'm on my 4th week, y'all. This is my 4th week of doing Dear Future Husband, and it has grown to, you know, way past what I would have expected at this point, right? So thank you for everybody who has joined. Thank you for everybody who watches us continuously week in and week out. I appreciate you. For everybody that's joining, hey, Mr. Lee, y'all make sure, Mr. Lee always got something to say. Y'all make sure that y'all drop where you are tuning in from. Last week we had people from all over the U.S. You know, from the East Coast. I think we had a few people from the West Coast, of course, from Texas. So y'all drop what city you are tuning in from. Okay. Now this week's Dear Future Husband is Dear Future Husband. I'm extra with a capital E. Now those who don't know me, you may be able to gather that this may be true. Atlanta in the house. Okay, Bree, I see you. You may be able to determine that may, you know, that's true. That's a true statement about myself. And it is. It's very true. So we're going to get into extra San Antonio in the house. Hey, Mimi. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into what's good extra and what's bad extra, because there's a difference, okay? And I'm here to put it out there. Hey, I'm Alicia Franklin. Is that Sammy? Hey, Sammy. We're going to dive into this, okay? I'm in Dallas, Bree. I'm in Dallas, Texas. So, you know. Hey, Pasha. Okay, y'all, I'm about to bring on my guest. I'm bringing on Drew, all right? Drew got a lot of good stories for your girl and for y'all. So we're going to get into this. Let me bring Drew on and introduce Drew to the people. I think I did it. Hold on. You would think 4 weeks in, I get my life together. Hey, Drew.
What's happening?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good. I'm good. Hey, Michelle. So, you ready to get into this?
I'm ready to get into it.
Okay, now, Drew, do you have some better lighting? Can you get to somewhere where there's some better? Oh, you're going to lean back with it. I like it. Well, I need some good lighting, sir.
Let me go cut on some more extra lighting then. Let me go travel over here.
Yes, let's get some good lighting going on here.
All right.
Wait, and while you're doing that, Drew, Bree says Dallas women are heartbreakers. I got a dip. You cute and got benefits as a lawyer. What? Wait a minute, sir. We gotta talk about that. Hey, Michelle, we gotta talk about these. I don't know. I don't know if I want to talk to you, Drew, about Dallas women being heartbreakers. I don't know. What do you think about that? Being a resident of Dallas yourself.
I wouldn't exactly say heartbreakers. Yeah, I mean they're different. For sure.
Okay. We're gonna take that. So let's get into the niceties, okay?
All right.
All right, Drew. So where are you from?
I'm from Fort Worth, actually.
Nice. Okay, funky town. And then where do you live?
I live in Forney.
Okay. And how old are you?
I'm 48.
And you're single?
Yes.
Single?
Single.
Like nobody can claim you single?
Single as a
Okay. And okay, what's your zodiac sign? Because people are really into that. I don't, you know.
Leo.
That's what's up. You're a Leo. So am I. That's what's up. Okay, Drew. So ladies, you heard his niceties. Jump in his inbox if you need to do what you feel you need to do. Okay? All right, so let's get into it. Now, Drew, this segment is Dear Future Husband.
Okay.
I'm extra with a capital E. And I want to get into the extra, right? I need to know whether or not you believe there's a good extra and a bad extra, because I do. Okay, I feel like like it's a good witch and a bad witch. So, how do you feel about extra women?
I definitely feel there is a good extra and a bad extra.
I like your answers, sir. I like those answers. Okay, okay. Now you have some good stories for us, Drew. Let's get into them. Give me some examples of what you have been through. Let's talk about some bad extras. Give me some examples of some bad extras that you have come across in your dating life. Because are you actively dating?
Yeah, I'd say I'm actively dating. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So tell me what are some bad extras, some examples of what you've been through.
All right. So there was this one particular female.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the first time I invited her over is when I lived in downtown, and it was a rather nice loft, as you want to call it, whatever. So came in. She wanted to look around. She's telling me how nice it was, but she needed to use the bathroom. So I was like, cool. Showed her where the bathroom was at. She actually asked me to come in and let the toilet seat down for her. She couldn't touch the toilet seat. Yeah.
Let's dig into that a little further. So she comes to your house,
Correct.
to your place. Okay. And she has to use the restroom.
Correct.
She goes in the restroom, like she's standing inside the restroom asking you to.
Standing at the toilet, yes.
And she told you she couldn't touch.
Yes, I had to come. And, the first time I was like, yeah, okay, that's a little different. But then I actually invited her over a second time. And the same thing. She was like, I need you to come let the toilet seat down for me. And I was just, what? This is the second time. I'm just like, you can't take the toilet seat? I'm like, I'm a clean person, so my house is always going to be clean. So especially my toilet, especially if I got company coming over. So I could just I'd never seen anything like it in my life. Never seen
it. You're getting this blank stare because I have questions. Like, did she explain why she couldn't touch the toilet seat?
Nope, never explained it. After that second time, I didn't care for an explanation because she was never coming back again anyway.
Oh.
And yeah, that's just how it was. Yeah, it was.
That's extra. Now, okay, so as the president of the extra committee, that is extra, right? That's a bad extra. I'm trying to sit here and try to figure out why somebody would come to your house and then proclaim that they can't, like, actually go into the restroom and have you come in the restroom and put the toilet seat down. That's too much. That's going a little too far. And I agree with your assessment on not giving her a third
Correct.
Because that's just too much. Okay. What else you got? Give me tell the people about the Walmart story.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me tell you about the Walmart story. Okay, so because I recently moved out here to Florida, had a home built out here, so they need little things around the house, to make the house functional. So she came out, spent the weekend with me. We did a lot of rip and run and grabbing errands or whatever. So we were having lunch, and I needed to go to Walgreens to get some light bulbs. And then she was like, well, when we leave Walgreens, we need to go to Walmart, and she needed to get something. So I was like, cool. My position with Walmart. I'm a person that I hate crowds and I hate Walmart. So I don't go into Walmart. I let everyone know that. I just don't go into Walmart. It's not my thing. So I said, well, I need to make some phone calls with the business or whatever. I said, so when we go to Walmart, I'm going to sit over in the car and take care of my business that I need to take care of.
Right.
She went left about this whole thing about why wouldn't you go in Walmart with me? Why wouldn't you compromise? Why wouldn't you? And I was just like, where I'm at in life, I feel like at our age, if you know the person you're dating with doesn't specifically like something, why would you want them to do it?
Why would you want them to do it? Yeah.
Knowing that they don't like it. Because if you tell me, hey, I hate Perry's Steakhouse, I'm never going to ask to take you to Perry's Steakhouse.
And try to force you in the doggone steakhouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we're too old for that now. If you're in your 20s and 30s, I can see you suffering through something because you're doing it to show a person you like them, whatever. But at our age, in our 40s, if you know a person doesn't like something, why would you want them to suffer through something that you know they don't like? So
it was an all-out fight? Like, it was a argument?
It turned into an argument. It really did. It turned into a whole argument while sitting in the restaurant. And I'm just like, why are we going here with it's Walmart.
Right.
It's Walmart.
Right.
It's serious. It's Walmart.
Right. And so, you know, and y'all drop some comments down below. Let me know first if y'all have dealt with any extra scenarios that, you know, you'd like to share with us. And also drop your thoughts on the toilet situation and the Walmart situation. But I like to give you my thoughts on Walmart. Like, so this whole time that y'all are arguing, she could have went in, got what she needed to get, and come out?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It really could have been settled because, like I said, it really wasn't that serious to me.
Okay. No, it's not that deep. And so that's extra. So let me let me ask you, after this argument I'm assuming in the Walmart parking lot, was there another day, another get together?
That was actually the last time I saw her because, like I said, she came and stayed out here for the weekend. So when we got back to my home, it was kind of dead. Oh, matter of fact, when I got up and went to bed tonight, she stayed on the couch. She slept on the couch, and I remember her knocking on my door about 7 a.m. that morning, like, "Hey, I'm finna leave. Let your garage down." So I was like, so I you know.
So she was an out of towner. She wasn't even.
Well, you know, she lived in Fort Worth.
Okay. Okay.
And so I mean,
the Forney, yeah. So wait, that's a lot, y'all. Like that's extra. So Mimi says yes, and I run. You know, Donna Lachelle says she was definitely extra run, and then Rock Solid said kick their ass out. I'm in agreement with everybody because that's a lot. Like,
yeah,
ladies, I hope y'all not out here doing it on that type of level. That's ridiculous, right? And I hope that y'all are not out here doing it on that type of level. And see, that's the bad extra that I'm talking about, right? So, Drew, okay. I've been saying all week, there's a good extra, there's a bad extra, right? Good extra is like over the top. Like, one of my friends had a baby shower.
Mm-hmm.
And they had an Egyptian theme. And my friend is the father, okay? It's a male. And they brought a camel in Texas. They rented a camel for the baby shower.
Okay.
That's super extra, but it's a good extra. Ain't nobody being hurt. The camel wasn't hurt. People weren't hurt. That's a good extra, right? Having somebody come in to put down a toilet seat, that's doing too much, right? Having an argument in Walmart parking lot, that's doing too much. My whole thing is, if you've told her that you're not good with crowds, clearly Walmart is crowded, then all she had to do was run in to get what she had to go get. And what does it matter? Like, why y'all got to skip down the aisles holding hands? I don't understand. What y'all going to get on aisle 5 together that she can't get by herself? Like, I don't understand this.
Exactly. My thoughts exactly.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. Now, I have been called extra, Drew. Okay. Now, I know it's hard for you to believe, okay? But I've been called just a little extra, right?
Yeah.
But my extra is good extra, I think, because I would never fathom to do what the stories that you told me, right? So my extra is I'm clutching my pearls. You know, like you say something that, you know, like you say, you know, I don't like reality TV. Well, I'm a reality TV, you know, person. I like it, so I'm gonna do all that. I'm gonna do, you know, I feel like that's my extra, right? I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna dance. Mimi says good extras making TikToks together and matching PJs and stuff like that. Would you do matching PJs?
You know what? I would.
Okay. I thought you were saying no.
That I really would. I mean, because, you know, we're at that point in our life. So yeah, that wouldn't bother me.
And that is extra. I'm gonna say this, Drew. I'm gonna be real honest with the people right now on this here live. I used to despise the matchy. Like, I used to always be like, I'm never gonna match my dude. Like, that's never going to happen, right? I think it's whack, and I thought it was lame. I am now. I'm 42, okay, mm-hmm. And I want to match pajamas. Like, now it's in my spirit, right? To match pajamas, because is it love if you're not matching pajamas during Christmas? Like, is it love?
Well, I guess some would say that.
No,
But
it's not.
Same way too. I used to be the same way too. Like I definitely wouldn't go out in public with a female matching. But around the holidays, you do that type of stuff in the holidays. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I would assume I'd be cool with doing that at the holidays, matching PJs, take a look at the selfie and all that. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that.
And posting it on social media?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that when we get at this point in our life now. I was probably in my 30s. No, I wasn't going for that.
Is it an age thing, Drew? Is that what we getting older and so we're more accepting of
I think when you get older, things? Because you've been through some things, and I think when you get older, because you've been through some things, you're able to not let some things bother you. You're able to kind of be like, yeah, okay, that's what she want to do. All right, cool. It's kind of
I like it. I like it. I will say this. Let me tell y'all a quick story. And this wasn't that long ago. This may or may not have been last Christmas, right? So my dad happened to send me over a picture of him and his wife matching. They're in Atlanta. And they had matching pajamas for Christmas, around Christmas time or New Year's or something, somewhere around there, right? And he sent me this picture, and I've never seen him match with my stepmom like that, right? So he sent me, and it's cute. And they got this, he's holding this little dog, like things that I'd never thought my dad would do, right? Mm-hmm. He's holding this little puppy, this little dog, and he got a matching pajamas. And I was like, okay, I thought it was cute, right? Well, I was dating this man, and he happened to see the matching pajamas. And I think when I showed him the picture, I just showed him the picture on my phone, right? And okay. He made some offhanded comment about like, oh, like they doing too much. It just so happened that my dad called like a couple days later and brought up the matching pajamas on the phone. And the dude I was dating was around, like, heard the conversation, and made a statement about like he'll never do something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and my dad heard him, and let's just say that my dad at that point determined that he didn't like him, and and that he wasn't the right one for me, and because he just had such bad things to say about matching pajamas. Like matching pajamas, you know what I'm saying? Like now, I can't. You're not even accepted by my father. Like what? Just because you said something about matching pajamas,
Yeah.
Like, so just, that's my little story about matching pajamas. Wife wants to know, Chestnut said, wife wants to know how long you were dating the Walmart chick.
Maybe a month, if that. But we had known each other for years. We had known each other it came to that point, maybe about a month or so.
Yeah. So do you talk to Walmart chick right now?
Oh, no, we good. I mean,
because of that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So you knew her for years.
Correct.
Dated for a month. Mm-hmm. But because of that whole argument in Walmart.
We have not spoke since that incident.
She's done. She's done for.
I know she unfollowed me and everything on social media. So that's
extra.
That's the new cutoff. Once they unfollow you on social media, it's done. It's over with.
Is that what it is? Because I haven't picked up on that yet. I don't even know who unfollows me or who.
Once they unfollow you out of there.
Okay. Well, I guess I got to pay better attention. So yes, said Chestnut. That's what that was.
But I'm one that takes the cake on extra, and I kind of hate to say it because it was when I was dating a Leo. So they could say us Leos could probably be extra. So
we are. But
check this out. Okay, so once again, this was someone that I'd known for a while. We started. It kind of moved away, so we were having a long distance relationship. And in the midst of having this long distance relationship, she had a son that was in high school, and I was cool with him or whatever. And we spent a little time together. I fly back and forth to see her or whatever. She come see me. Well, anyway, her son, even though he visits his father, she doesn't have his father on child support. So the father gives no financial support to the kid. Okay. She's a recently divorcee and was living in a house that was probably a little bit above her means. Okay. She knew that I had, I was doing well in my career or whatever. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so one month, he went to a private school. And so she had asked, me to pay the tuition for the private school, which was about $1,200 or $1,300 for the month. So I did it 1 month because, I'm helping her out, whatever.
Okay.
The next month came along, so she was like, hey, you know, it's the 5th. You hadn't sent the money for tuition. And I was like, huh?
Wait a minute.
And I was like, what do you mean? So she was like, you know, tuition for his schooling. I was like, you asked me for that last month. I paid it for you last month. So she was like, but I need it for this month too. And I was like, hold on. You mean to tell me you expect me to pay this tuition like every month? So she's like, well, you're my man and you have it and you know the situation. So like, I expect my man to kick down this extra. And I'm like, but you send this kid to see his father whenever he wants to see his father, and his father's not on child support, but you expect me to pay for his private school tuition every month. Yeah, we don't talk no more either. Yeah, that was pretty much the end of that one too.
Drew, where are these women coming from? Is this what?
Yeah.
What's happening here?
Tracking them. The question is why I keep tracking them. Yeah, but yeah.
Where are they? Okay, so wait a minute. Now wait, we're gonna back all the way up. So she, first, how old was the kid?
He was 16, 17 at the time. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So 16, 17-year-old child.
Mm-hmm.
She wants you, first of all, the fact that you helped her out for 1 month with a $1,200, $1,300 tuition, ma'am, you need to go on and get you a school that you can afford, ma'am. Is what there's free public schooling. It's free. You know what I'm saying? Go on and put that baby in the free schooling. But okay, so the fact that you came out of 1,300 ducats.
The first time.
All, how long were y'all dating at this point?
We had been dating for quite a while.
What's quite a while?
Almost a year, maybe.
Okay.
Almost a year.
Okay. So y'all almost a year in. She asked you for $1,300. She will not the father.
Correct.
Sorry. She didn't ask the father for any money.
Any money. None whatsoever. Pays no child support. Yeah.
But then okay, so you were nice enough to come out the ducats the first month. Then now she expects this to be a recurring thing.
She expects me to pay the tuition like every month. And so I said the same thing you said. I was like, you know, you understand that you're trying to clear up some things to free up some bills because you went through a divorce and you were in a house that was a little bit above your means anyway, so you need help. Great, I'm cool with that. But at this age, what's wrong with putting him in public school? And she just, my kid can't do this. And I'm like, well, you can't afford the lifestyle.
You can't afford it, baby.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that I'm supposed to afford it, but that's how she felt because I was her man, I was dating.
You had it.
Right.
That is crazy. Like that. Okay, so first of all, let's go back. Said Chestnut said, Drew, have her pronounce my name right, bro. What's his name?
It's Saeed.
Saeed. I like that better. Thank you, Saeed, for pointing that out. And I don't know if you saw me, but I clutched my pearls when you. That's the extra. But anyway, Donna Lachelle says, wait a minute. Most people are looking to use people. And that's exactly, like, after she asked you for the continuation, was that your red flag? Did that end it?
Yeah, that it ended shortly thereafter because once she realized that this was not something that I was going to do on a regular basis. And that's the struggle with a lot of us men in this where we at in our age.
Well, let's get into it.
When you do have a little more and you're doing well within your career and doing well within your finances, it's almost, most women these days, they don't give you time to be like, hey, let me take care of this for you. Let me offer. Because I am a man that's going to pay attention. I'm an attentive man. I'm an engineer by nature. So nature, that means I pay attention to detail.
Okay.
If I'm dating you and I'm talking with you and I'm a part of your life, I'm listening to everything that you're talking about. So I know, okay, well, you're probably a little short here. You probably could use some help.
Okay.
Allow me to offer that. That's going to show you how I really feel about you. But a lot of times, with a lot of women these days, and I bet you can say that about a lot of Dallas women, it's almost like that it's expected. Like they come in, okay, you got this. Okay, well, this, I need you to do that. And it's a major turnoff. And it's not because you can't afford it. And you won't do it. it's the entitlement to it. It's the whole woman, and a lot of women are so entitled, and that's the major turnoff for us guys. It's a major turnoff for us guys because then we just look like. I understand that in our generation age, women look for stability. That's a major deal. Probably, and it's a job as a man to put himself in a stable situation, especially if he's looking to have a significant other.
Today, yeah.
Yeah, that's your job. That's what's expected of you to be stable. Otherwise, no romance without finance. I get it.
Right.
But allow me to offer that. Allow me to that way I'm showing you that, hey, I really feel this way about you.
I like that.
Hey, don't come in here expecting this and, well, you got this and you have that, so you're supposed to do this. You're my man. But that's what really set me off when she said it like that. Really set me out because I was just like, then you really don't care for me like I think you should be caring for me.
Because it comes off as a user, like she's just using you for. So here's the thing. So I understand as a man your perspective on the fact that you guys have to appear stable or be stable in order to date women. But I would also like to speak to the women and just say that I think the women should also be stable to a certain extent, because then how are you as the man supposed to trust her with the finances of the house later on, or with the, keeping the house together, keeping the family together, keeping certain things together, if you can't trust her with money, if she's not good with money, if she's not good with budgeting, if she's not good with living within her means, right? So there's certain things that we as men and women have to depend and lean on each other for, right? And so I feel like we women have to also show stability, and that we can keep a stable household just like you're supposed to keep a stable household, right? I would assume that's what you would look for in a woman, especially at this age. We're too old to.
Hey, so like the women that would ask to like get their hair done or ask to pay to get my nails done, that's the major red flag for me, because I'm like, that's the very basics of a woman. So if you can't maintain and do that yourself, the conversation I want to have with you is, hey, let's go get some property. What can we invest in? What can we do together to build wealth?
There you go. And if we can't get past your fill every 3 weeks, then, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you supposed to build with her? That foundation ain't there. Now, not saying that you shouldn't do it or that you won't do it, but if this is where the conversation is real, listen, women, we got to do better. This is what y'all out here. This is why I can't get a damn date. Y'all, we got to do better. Y'all tripping out here. So, my cousin Clay says, does the father have it? So did the father have the money and she just wasn't asking? Do you know?
I didn't really know his financial situation, but once she let me know that he doesn't pay child support and that she doesn't do anything, I was pretty much
done.
Yeah.
Done. Because how you not going to even try to attempt to ask the person that you made the child with? Like, how does that even... How do you even fix your mouth? Listen, audacity is high out here. They got to be selling it at Walmart because everybody got it. They got to be selling it at Walmart. That's where I'm at with it. Donna Lachelle says you can't make this shit up. You really can't. Like, I wish it was made up. I really wish it was. But if this is what it is out here, no wonder men are out here kind of hesitant, on getting into anything with a woman.
I literally meet women and don't even tell them what I do for a living.
Oh, Drew, you dropping all the good. Let's get into that, because I do the same thing.
Right.
Because I don't want you to want me for what you think I have, and then I don't want you to ask for a free consultation about your child support. Yeah, that really grinds my gears. But so you said you're an engineer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you kind of keep that, I would assume that you may even want to keep that you live in Forney kind of under wraps, right?
Keep all that under wraps. Yeah.
Right. Because I don't tell people where I live either.
Yeah, I said it for the sake of the show, but with me, I own a few businesses.
Yeah.
Talk about that. I kind of keep it as straight. When they ask me about it, say, hey, I kind of work in aerospace, and I kind of do this. I kind of play it as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you say it, you can just see the antenna just go off. You can just see the light bulb go off.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, damn, why did I say that? And you just.
And I think that's messed up that you can't. Like, I think it's it's messed up that we're in a space that you can't tell people what you do. I remember back when I first became an attorney and I was on a dating site. I was on a dating site recently too, but back years ago when I was on a dating site, I remember saying that I was a caseworker just to not have to tell anybody, you know, that I'm an attorney, to kind of play it down. But then when I started thinking about it, like, I worked hard for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I worked super hard to be where I'm at right now. And I don't want to have to dumb that down for anybody. And if I have to dumb it down for somebody, then that person ain't for me, right?
Right.
Not only that, then I learned more recently on my most recent dating app experiences that by putting that I'm an attorney, it kind of weeded out. It did one or two things. It either brought the crazies and the users, or weeded out the other crazies and users, right?
Right.
So that's what I found. But that's crazy. Okay, hold on. Let me go through some of these comments. So Dawn Mayberry says the fact that OT was expensive is the true problem. She should have discussed it with you and asked you. I agree. Like the audacity. It's the fact that she fixed her mouth to say the fifth has come. Where's my money? That's not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So sir, ma'am, that's your son.
Yeah.
And that was your choice to put him in public school. I mean, in a private school that you cannot afford. You know? And I don't think that whether you were her man or not, you were dating her or not, that has anything to do with you paying for tuition for her 17-year-old. Like, that's crazy. Correct. Oh, it's raggedy out here. It's more raggedy than I thought. This is terrible. Okay, so Dawn Mayberry says, expected, not expensive. That's true. True. And Joseph says accountability is low, entitlement is high. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Saeed?
Yeah.
I said, all right, Saeed, I got you. Women sending mixed signals, independent only when it benefits them. Yeah, that is. And that's if you even want to call that independent, because that's really not independence, right? Independence means that you made this choice to live in this house. You made this choice to live in this neighborhood. You made this choice to go for your child to go to the school, and you handling it. That's what true independence is, right? So that wasn't even it. Would you agree, Drew?
Oh, I would definitely agree.
Okay, so Clay says a man has to be straight from the get-go. Some put on a performance that they going to be daddy warbucks and change up over time. Let women know that you're looking for a partner to build with. And that is, Clay, I'm so glad that that's my cousin, y'all. I'm so glad that you said that, because at this age of my life, Drew, I am looking for somebody to build with, right? I feel like I truly believe that I am climbing, right? My success is getting higher. I'm getting more and more successful, right? And I just don't want to do it alone. And I don't think that we were meant to be alone, right? I want to share in this with somebody. I want to accumulate property with somebody. I want to enjoy life and go on vacation with somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I always make sure that I'm real straightforward and let them know that I'm looking for somebody to build with. How do you feel about that? What's your approach on that?
It's just pretty much what Clay just said. You know, I just lay it out there straightforward,
Yeah.
But because, I have to work my way to the point to where I really tell them where I'm at in my career for them to understand why I'm saying that. Because I've actually had women, say, for instance, I meet them and I don't necessarily tell them directly what I do or my job title is. I've had women kind of downplay me and kind of push me to the left like I'm a scrub because I didn't give them the big title. And then I've had women that if I tell them the title and tell them what I do, then you see the light bulb go off. So it's really
a catch-22.
It's a catch-22. You don't. So, but like I said, Clay is right. You just really have to tell them straightforward. Hey, if you want to do this, this is what I expect.
This is where I'm at. Yeah.
I'm at. This is what I'm focused on.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do. If you want to be a part of this, this is where you'll need to be. Hey, how do you feel about this? Where are you at in your life? And that's just really how you have to handle it.
So how long does it take you for you to, so I don't know if it's a time issue. Is it a certain time that it takes for you to be, feel comfortable enough to be upfront and honest with a woman about what you do? Or is it more of a, I don't know, like a vibe? Like how do you determine when to tell them, like, okay, this is what I do?
It's a vibe for me because I think I am where I'm at now. I think I've gotten pretty good at kind of like understanding when I have that first initial conversation. So you had that initial conversation, you kind of be like, nah, let me move around. I'm not even, it's not even worth it. And then you come across one, you was like, okay, let's have that real talk then. Let me go ahead, because I don't believe in wasting people's time.
Right.
I don't feel like having my time wasted.
Right.
Have options. So if I am comfortable and I feel that vibe, I lay it all out there. This is what it is with me. This is where I'm going. This is what I have. This is what I'm trying to do. So, this is where my time is focused. How do you feel about that? Where are you at? I just lay it out there from the very beginning at this point now.
Depending upon how she came at you and how her initial conversation was. So
Correct.
what are some red flags for you that you're like, no, you got swiping left on you? Like, how can a woman come at you to make it seem like she's not, the conversation doesn't need to go any further?
The whole designer conversation. Because how you dress and how you present yourself, I've learned that women are really good at peeping that. So even if, because there was a point in time where I had a Corvette and I got the stereotype of me in the Corvette and how I was treated with the Corvette. So what I did was, because I commuted so far from work, I bought me a little Kia to drive to work. And then I started seeing that, like, some women would, like, if I be in my Kia, I'm out somewhere, some women would kind of just be like, you driving a Kia. And then other women would be like, oh, that's your little hide. That's your little getaway. And I'd be like, what do you mean? So she was like, they would be like, I can tell how you dress. I can tell how you talk. I can tell how you carry yourself, that you have something. This Kia is just a business decision for you. Then I'll be like, okay, you kind of smart then. Well, I'll have a conversation because I can tell.
Yeah.
Now, others would be like, I've had a woman tell me before, because I was in that Kia, and say, hey, you look like you can't afford this, you can't afford that, you can't swipe. Let me go ahead.
Right. Let me go on, let you go, man.
And those type of conversations actually happen with Dallas women. You would be surprised how many women are like that around here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. They just really think that they're just on another level, that a dude is just really supposed to drop out in order to earn them. And man, I can tell you some stories.
Listen, but they can't, and it's crazy because these women that you're talking about, I bet you they can't rub two nickels. They don't have two nickels to rub together. But they expect, they want a level that they haven't achieved. So they expect you to be at a level that they have yet to achieve or will never achieve, right?
Exactly.
Because they want you to come in and step in and take over, like pay for everything and do everything, right? That's crazy to me. Okay. So Joseph says, can't tell the left hand what the right hand is doing. Mimi says, yeah, be yourself and be honest. Pure motive will show itself and help guide your dating choices. I have noticed, Mimi, Andrew, that the older that I get, the more selective I am.
Oh, yeah.
And the more I am tuned into those conversations, right? The more I'm picking up on what you're saying and how you're saying it and how you're moving, right? And if you're, like you said, if you're moving weird, you out of there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna swipe left on you. You gonna don't even worry about it. I'm blocking you or whatever I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not answering the phone, whatever, right? Consistency for me is real big. Honesty, consistency. If you're going to, you can't say, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. I like talking to you and I want to talk to you, and then go days without talking to me, right? Or attempting, not even a text or anything, right? And then call me and be like, well, why didn't you call me?
Right.
But the last time we talked, so you said you was gonna call me back. Then 3 days passed before you even thought about reaching out to me. So that type of, like, I look at little things like that, right? If you say you're gonna call me back, then call me back. Like, I'm waiting for you to call me back. Not like I'm sitting twiddling my thumbs waiting for you, but more so that I'm not gonna pick up the phone because you said you were gonna call me back, right? So like those little things that don't seem that big to men are a big thing for me, because then they flip it And then, well, why didn't you call me? Well, why you didn't call me? You say he's going to call me back. I thought you were busy, you know?
Right.
So those are the things that I'm picking up early. So I don't even have to, like you said, waste anybody's time, and you're not wasting mine because I don't have time to waste, right? Okay, let me see. Clay said 53 years of learning lessons, so now I'm passing out what I learned. LOL. Love you, cousin. Keep doing what you do, and much respect to your guest. Extremely impressive teacher himself. Good night. All right, Clay, good night. Mimi says consistency matters. It really does.
Correct.
How do you feel about consistency? How are these Dallas women? Because I'm assuming you're doing more local dating than you are long distance.
Actually, I date long distance. I have more success.
Okay. Really? How far out? Are we still in Texas or are we wherever?
There was one while I was dating a lady in California.
Okay, so we wherever. Okay. I can dig it. So how do you feel about consistency?
Well, see, that's the one thing that I pride myself on, because I have a full-time career and I have businesses. So that would tell you that I'm very busy. And so I let you in to tell you everything that I got going, and I still make time for you. I understand that I have to make that time for you, because that's part of me showing that I'm actually serious. Because I hear the stereotype of men about always saying, well, we talk a good game, but we don't necessarily show a good game. And learn through time that the consistency is one of the top things that a real woman is going to pay attention to.
Yes.
I'm going to make sure that if we're on that level, I'm going to make sure that she's never going to question my consistency, because all of us know how to manage our time.
Right.
When it comes to something that we actually want.
Right.
And when it's something that we actually just kind of cool with, we'll let that.
Yeah.
It and all that. But that's actually, to be honest with you, that's actually how you feel about that person.
Yeah.
That's the truth of the matter. But when you really into that person, you're gonna find that time. It may be just a quick text message. It may be sometimes before I go into a meeting, like, hey, I'm thinking about you. Hey, how's your day going? But at least I'm showing you that I took time out of my time, out of my busy schedule to say, hey, I'm thinking about you. Hey, can we see each other later? Can I call you later when you're free?
Yes.
I'm going to do that because consistency matters.
It matters. And I like what you said about not only consistency, but showing effort.
Right.
Like if you can't do the simple things like calling and texting, right? Then what are you telling me? You're telling me that it's not that important to you. And I'm at the age now where if it's not important to you, then it's not important to me. But what I'm finding is that the men that I have dealt with, that I've been dating lately, and the men that I've dealt with, they want to be inconsistent, but they want me to be consistent. Mm-hmm. So they're not, putting out what they're wanting to receive, right? And then they get mad at me. Like dudes have gotten upset with me because I'm just like, they're like, well, why didn't you call me? I'm like, I don't. It is what it is at this point, right? And I'm not mad, and I'm not cursing, and I'm not blowing up your phone. I'm not doing anything, right? And so they get mad at me, and I just don't understand. Like, what are you upset about? Like, we're doing the same. We got the same energy. Like, what are you upset about? So, that's what I've been dealing with, Drew. Just in case you were wondering.
I think it's three things with this. You have to reciprocate.
Yes.
And you have to show effort.
Yes.
Those three things is what's going to tie everything together.
Yes.
And a lot of women, and as from a man's standpoint, a lot of women, because they've been hurt and because they've been through it with certain men, they make us men feel like we have to prove ourselves. And that's where the turnoff comes in at, because while we're busy proving ourselves, the woman is just sitting over there kind of taking all of this in, but she's not giving anything back. And as a man, where you're not getting anything back, you're just like, okay, so why am I being consistent? Why am I showing all this effort? Why am I doing all of this to show you? You're making me feel like I got to prove myself to you. So at what point as a woman are you going to prove yourself to me? If you're not going to give me reciprocation, consistency, and effort, then how do I know you're on that level? How do I know you're really about that business?
Mm-hmm. And I agree with that. It's a two-way street. It has to be from both ends. And so I completely agree with that. And so what you're saying is the women that you ran into would want you to be doing all the calling, all the texting, and they're or planning dates or whatever, and they're kind of sitting back and just waiting for you to do all that, but are not showing the same type of, pretty much like what I said, like they're wanting you to put out the effort that they're not willing to put out themselves, right?
Then it's like they got to wait till they feel like, okay, well, yeah, he really is serious. Okay, he's done all of this. He's been consistent. He's done all. Now let me go ahead and show him that I'm really into him. You can't do that. You can't do that in today's age.
You sure can't. You sure can't.
If you really now, if you haven't gotten over a previous situation, you still got previous hangups or trauma that you're dealing with. Most women and men too, you have to deal with that. And I think that's what a lot of people mess up at, because you used to hear women say, "Hey, the quickest way to get over somebody is to go get up under somebody." Toxic trait right there. That is so because now you're having to deal with and pay for whatever that previous dude did.
Right.
And we pick up on that so fast, and that's a major turnoff.
Okay. And see, and I like that. I like the fact that we don't went off from being extra to now we talk about consistency and effort, baby, and I love it. So I like the fact that you're saying that you need to reciprocate. There has to be, men want to know or want to see that from women too, that you're trying, that you're you could be busy, you could be a woman that has a lot of things going on, has that you have children, you have a job, you have this, you have that, but you're making time for the man, right? You're making time to spend time with him. You're putting in effort. It doesn't always have to be the man sending you good morning text, right? Correct. Every now and again, you can send him a good morning text. I'm thinking about you. Good morning. I hope you have an amazing day. Just those little things go a long way, right? And everybody is so worried nowadays. I feel like everybody's so worried about, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like holding an L or what it is that everybody's so concerned about, right? But they're not willing, like you said, to put their real feelings and their true desires out there, And so while you're being disingenuous and he's being genuine, right? Like that's a and vice versa, because I've had it the other way as well, right? While I'm being genuine and they're being disingenuous. And so like that's a real thing. Y'all stop this foolishness. Like we could do so much better, and so many people can be, happy and in love and married if we would just do better and stop, like you said, holding on to past trauma and past hurts,
People, I think being alone is the best thing for you before you really, and when I say being alone, I mean being alone for real. To the point where you don't have anybody that you're texting. You don't have anybody that you can go see just because it's that time to go see them. Because then you can really get to know yourself, and then you can actually heal. And like those stages of healing, most people never get to the forgiveness stage where they forgive themselves.
Come through with it. Come through and drop that word, Drew.
Yeah, and that's something my mom had taught me when I went through a major breakup in one of my biggest relationships when I almost. And so she was like, "You've been single for a while," so she was like, "You really ready to get back out there?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm really ready." So she was like, "How do you know you're ready?" I said, "Because I'm no longer holding on to what went on." So then my mom had asked me, so she was like, "Have you forgiven yourself?" And I like, "Forgive myself, do nothing." So she was like, "You put up with that in that previous relationship, and you went back to that. So that meant that you chose that. So when it went down and it went bad for you, you really couldn't blame that person because you allowed it. No one told you to go back to that person. So she need to make sure that you actually forgave yourself for that bad choice before you get back out there." And when I was like, man, that's a major jewel.
Deep. That's deep, moms. Moms dropped some gems right there. That was deep.
Told me that. She really,
I like that.
Yeah.
So y'all hear that word? You not only do you need to forgive the person for putting you through whatever they put you through to make y'all break up, right? But you also need to forgive yourself for allowing whatever transpired in that relationship to occur, right? Exactly. And forgive yourself for putting yourself in that situation, for that heartbreak, for all of that. And then not only that, for your part in it too, right? Because a lot of times we don't want to talk about what we did to aid in the destruction of that relationship, right? And we don't want to talk about, we always talk about the other person and what they did, but Hey, I feel it takes two to tango, you know? And although you may not have been the biggest reason for the failure, there was something that you did in a relationship that you could have done better, regardless of whether it worked out or not, right? There was something you could have done better. So that's a word, Drew. Okay, so Kim says too old for the guessing game and trying to figure out your true feelings. We are not in high school anymore. Yes, I can't read your mind. Let me find out that somebody thinks I'm a mind reader. I am not a mind reader. Say what you got to say, sir, and go on about your business. Mimi says, oh, okay, bye, Mimi. Stephanie says, girl, and the two hands, she feeling it. Then Donna Lachelle says, I agree. You both are dropping jewels. Kim says, preach. Kim says, worried about being hurt, that they never give their all to make sure that they don't get hurt again. Now, that's a word. That's a word, because when you hold back, right, then you're not giving that person your full self. So then what they're falling in love with or breaking up with or deciding not to deal with or whatever is not the true you, right? Because it's not 100% you.
Right.
That's a word right there. What you feel? Anything to say about that, Drew?
I totally agree with it. I totally agree. It's that thin veil. I mean, it's a facade. It's not real.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, right. She's totally right.
Right, and it's fakery and it's dancery. That's what it is. And I don't think that you should be out here doing that. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely heal so that you can put your best foot forward and bring your best version of yourself into that new relationship, y'all. It's not fair to the other person, and it's damn sure ain't fair to yourself to go into a new situation with less than 100% effort on your part. So definitely heal so that, you know, like, listen, I'm out here trying to marry people. Y'all low-key see what I'm trying to do? I'm out here and just make sure that if you get married because of my show, I'm a flower girl, okay? I'm going to put that out there. We're going to drop it. We're going to move on. But I just want y'all to know that this is my true intentions. But I'm out here I want to make love great again. And I feel like there's so much going on social media, Drew, which is why I started the show. There's so much going on that goes against the unity, right? That goes against us, you know, being together and cohabitating and making it work, right? And if you're a lot of people take social media as the Bible. Like, they really be taking these memes as a real thing and applying it in real life, right?
These memes, yeah.
They memes. Like, please don't go to therapy. Like, don't take this as a sign for your relationship, right? And so I want to make sure that we are, like, putting these conversations out there in the world, right? And having these real talks amongst ourselves, because y'all, like, love is real, man, and it's beautiful. When it's right, it's beautiful, right?
A beautiful thing.
Thank you, Drew. Okay, so Donna Lachelle says you definitely have to heal before starting a new situation. That person deserves the best version of you. Amen. Yes, ma'am. Joseph says you're preaching, bro. And Donna Lachelle says that's good, Drew. Forgiveness of self. Kim says, oh, Jesus, come on now. And Donna Lachelle says accountability is key. So listen, we are getting all kinds of finger snaps, Drew. We are getting all kinds of finger snaps because it's nothing but jewels that's been dropped on this here show. Although we got away from the extraness, we touched on a lot of key things, and a lot of it was, you know, well, first of all, don't be bad extra. Okay, first of all, consistency and effort is a real thing. Reciprocity is a real thing. You know, the men want to see the effort, ladies, just like we want them to make effort to, you know, to show that they want us. They would like, I mean, it would be nice for them to see it too, right, Drew? Right. And can you just one more time drop a couple of examples of what that effort looks like, just from you? I'm back.
Lock up or something? Okay, it's back. So you're saying examples of effort on the woman's part?
Yeah, some examples of what that effort looks like.
There's, all right, because I'm simple.
Okay.
You know, you can call me and tell me good morning. You can call me, ask me how my day was. Mm-hmm. You can say, hey, meet me here for lunch. And lunch actually be on you. Yeah. You know, because the small things matter to a woman, but the small things also matter to a man. Because most of us men are very simple. It's very simple what we want. So a lot of us are not very extravagant in our wants. So we just really want see somebody that's really down for us and it's going to do for us the same way we are expected to do for them. That's really it. That's all effort is. Making yourself available. Don't make things so difficult. Mm-hmm. You have to figure out everything, because as a man who owns a business and as a corporate executive, I have a lot on my mind, and that lady may have a serious career or kids or whatever, so she has a lot on her mind. Mm-hmm. So got time to sit up and figure out what's wrong with you. Communication is a major key.
Yeah, it is.
So if I'm doing something that you don't like, tell me. Don't get the attitude now where I got to figure this out. Because if you do something I don't like, guess what? I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
Simply,
that's grown. That's grown man right there. Yeah. That's grown man, and she needs to be, everybody needs to be grown in the situation. Both men and women need to be grown, and you're absolutely right. Communication is a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show. So you are absolutely right, Drew. Drew, I appreciate you. I really do. I really appreciate you and everything that you talked about on this show. Can you tell the people how to get a hold of you? What's your social media handles?
It's Mouthpiece Drew. One word. MOUTHPICE DREW.
Mouthpiece Drew on both. Is it Facebook? Are you on Facebook?
Facebook and Instagram. Yeah,
and I don't Instagram. Okay. So y'all make sure y'all go follow Mouthpiece Drew on Facebook and Instagram. And what do? You got any projects going on you need us to know about? Anything you want to let us know about?
Well, I'm in music management, a business partner with DJ Wire. So manage producer Sean on the Beat, Young Star, manage artist Trey Ward. Also, we're co-management for the comedic sensation Bubba Dub. So I'm sure everyone heard of Bubba Dub and Trash. So that's really all I got going on, man. So really, you can just follow me and you catch me, because I'm always into something. I got something always going. So
yeah. That's dope. That's dope. Well, I appreciate everybody. For tuning in. Drew, I appreciate you for being an amazing guest and for coming on and talking to me about being extra and all the other stuff that we spoke about. This was an amazing show. So definitely appreciate your time for doing that for me. And again, everybody, thank y'all for joining. Make sure y'all follow me at Issa Lawyer, ISSA _lawyer on Instagram. And then we can, follow me there, catch all the rest of the shows. We come on every Thursday at 7 p.m. Dear Future Husband. And thank you again, Drew. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Yes, sir. See you guys next time.
All right, y'all take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.